Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. My name is Malescu and I am the owner of Malescu Law, a law firm based in Miami, Florida, specializing in business, corporate and US immigration. We can assist you with all your immigration needs regardless of where you are currently located or where you plan to go in the United States. Today we are going to speak about some very exciting news, and that is Romania has entered the Visa Waiver Program. It is the 43rd member to enter the Visa Waiver Program, and because of this, starting on March 31st, 2025, Romanian citizens will be able to travel to the United States for tourism or business purposes for up to 90 days without a visa and using an ESTA authorization. In order for Romania to join the Visa Waiver Program, it had to meet certain requirements to enter this program, and in this video we are going to discuss frequently asked questions about Romanian citizens traveling on an ESTA, but also important aspects of the Visa Waiver Program. But before we get started, please subscribe to our channel by clicking the bell button or the subscribe button. On January 10, 2025, Romania entered the Visa Waiver Program, meaning that citizens of Romania will be able to travel to the United States for tourism or business purposes without a visa starting on March 31st, 2025. In order for Romania to be accepted in the Visa Waiver Program, it had to take a certain amount of steps and meet certain requirements for the Visa Waiver Program. To join the Visa Waiver Program, Romania met several key requirements, including 1. Low visa refusal rate. Fewer than 3% of Romanian citizens applying for non-immigrant visas at US consulates abroad in the last fiscal year were refused a visa. 2. Secure travel documents. Romania issues passports and other travel documents that are secure. 3. Reciprocal treatment. Romanian citizens are afforded the same travel privileges that US citizens are afforded when traveling to Romania. Currently, US citizens traveling to Romania for business or tourism can do so without a visa, and they can stay in Romania for up to 90 days. Of course, as long as their passport is valid for 90 days past their arrival in Romania. And finally, 4. Security cooperation. Romania cooperates with law enforcement agencies and counterterrorism agencies. Now we are going to answer some frequently asked questions regarding the ESTA authorization and its relationship with B1, B2 visas. 1. How do you apply for an ESTA authorization? So starting March 31st, 2025, Romanian citizens will be able to travel to the United States for up to 90 days for tourism or business purposes without obtaining a B1, B2 visa first. To apply, you need to file an ESTA application. The ESTA stands for Electronic System for Travel Authorization. The ESTA authorization is generally valid for 2 years or until your passport expires, whichever comes first. To apply for an ESTA, you will need to visit esta.cbp.dhs.gov and fill out that application, or you can download the ESTA app on your phone and fill out the application that way. The fee for the ESTA application is $21 per person. Now, The ESTA will be valid generally for 2 years, and in that time, during the 2 years that you have an approved ESTA authorization, you can travel multiple times to the United States. You do not need to continue reapplying for ESTA if you have a valid ESTA that has been approved. The ESTA will give you, as a Romanian citizen, the right to be in the United States for up to 90 days for business or tourism purposes. Now, being in the United States for business purposes does not mean working in the United States. So you can come to the United States for business purposes, such as to sign a contract or to go to a conference, but you are still not allowed to work in the United States with an ESTA authorization. 2. As a Romanian citizen, can I apply for an ESTA if I already have a valid B1, B2 visa in my passport? The answer is yes, you can apply for an ESTA authorization independent of your valid B1, B2 visa. However, if you plan to enter the United States under your ESTA authorization, starting March 31st, 2025, then you will be able to stay in the United States for up to 90 days. If, however, you have a valid B1, B2 visa in your passport and you travel to the United States with your B1, B2 visa and are admitted using the B1, B2 visa, then CBP officers can allow you to stay in the United States for up to 6 months. In other words, obtaining an ESTA authorization has no impact on your B1, B2 visa. Your B1, B2 visa will still be valid even if you have an ESTA authorization that has been approved. 3. Can I continue using my valid B1, B2 visa to travel to the United States instead of the ESTA? Of course, the answer is yes. You can continue to use your valid B1, B2 visa to travel to the United States instead of the ESTA if you already have a B1, B2 visa in your passport. Even more, if you know that you are planning to go to the United States and stay longer than 90 days, then you should apply for a B1, B2 visa at the US consulate abroad instead of using the ESTA. Can I still apply for a B1, 2B visa even if I have an approved ESTA? Yes, even if you have an approved ESTA, you can still apply for a B1, B2 visa at US consulates abroad, especially if you know that you are going to stay in the United States for more than 90 days, then you should apply for a B1, B2 visa if you don't have one already, and use the visa to enter the United States. If you already have a B1, B2 visa, then you can travel on that valid B1, B2 visa to the United States if you intend to stay in the United States for more than 90 days for business or tourism purposes. Can I change my status in the United States if I have entered the United States on an ESTA? The answer is no. If you have been admitted in the United States under the ESTA, you cannot change status in the United States. In other words, you cannot change to any other non-immigrant categories through the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services while you are in the United States under ESTA. Can I extend my stay more than 90 days on ESTA? No, generally you cannot extend your stay in the United States more than 90 days on an ESTA. You can travel outside of the United States and come back in on an ESTA if you so choose, but from within the country you cannot extend generally, you cannot extend your stay for more than 90 days. Now, in very limited circumstances, you may be able to obtain a satisfactory departure that will allow you to stay a little bit longer in the United States. But again, this is in very limited circumstances, and generally you cannot extend your stay past the 90 days while in the United States on an ESTA. Can I stay in the United States if my ESTA expires? The answer is yes. If your ESTA expires while you are in the United States, then it will not affect your departure. So you can still leave according to your record, and you can start the process to renew your ESTA by reapplying for an ESTA just like you did during the initial application. You can apply for the ESTA while you are in the United States or once you are outside of the United States. But to be clear, if you are in the United States and your ESTA expires while you are in the United States, then it will not affect your stay and departure from the United States. However, to re-enter the United States once you leave, you will need to apply for a new ESTA by following the same process as with your initial application. What happens if you overstay your ESTA? If you overstay your 90-day authorized period on ESTA, there will be serious consequences. Basically, you will be permanently barred from the Visa Waiver Program, and likely your current ESTA will be cancelled. This means that after that, anytime you want to travel to the United States, you will need to apply for a B1, B2 visa to come to the United States for a business or tourism purposes. And you will not be able to continue to travel to the United States on an ESTA. Now, these are the first consequences, but there are other consequences, such as if you stay more than 180 days in the United States past the expiration of your authorized stay, then you will be subject to a 3-year bar to entry once you leave the United States. And there are, of course, other consequences for overstay that are standard for any overstays in the United States. This is all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to our channel, and if you need to get in touch with us, you have our contact information in this video and below this video. We will see you soon. Bye.